Yo, 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 everybody, what is up? What is up? Welcome to the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel. I'm KillJoy Jake and you're not. So what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. My phone is playing back the audio and that sucks. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. It's been a crazy week for horror and I'm very excited to talk all about it. Brand new, like breaking news, kind of, really exciting. A Maxine trailer is coming out Monday. We're finally gonna see footage from this fucking movie. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I will be going live like probably an hour after the trailer comes out on Monday. I'm so excited, like I'm over the moon. If there's any movie that I've been like just dying to learn more about, it is Maxine. I cannot wait for this flick. It is probably gonna be one of my favorites of the year. It's one to look out for, especially if you were a big fan of X and Pearl. This is the continuation. If you're like, who is Maxine? I don't even know who that is. And I'm like, well, listen up, Mia Goth simps. Look, I'm one of them, okay? That's all I'm saying. Welcome in, everybody, though. I see some more people rolling in. I'm excited to talk a little First Omen, a little Maxine. We have a new Matrix movie coming out too. It's been a weird week for movie news, I'll tell you what. So we got a lot of news to cover on today's stream, so let's just get right into it. I love KillJoy Jake is saying, it's sad that I can't watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Well, I'm so sorry, my friend. If you it is coming to theaters in different places, so you might be able to check it out. I don't know where you're at, but keep a lookout. I know, I think they just posted about it's going to like Brazil or something next, like it's releasing there soon. I don't know, keep a lookout though. Hopefully it comes to your area, my friend. Peace and love, and I love you too. Gunner is with us tonight, saying 2 questions or whatever it is. 1, is it just me or is Scream 4 and 5 Cream and Scream 6 its own trilogy? I don't know. Do you think if Scream 7 will be an alternate 5 Cream where Dewey's alive and Judy's alive too? I don't know. You know, so many people have said that like 4, 5, and 6 are kind of its own thing, and 1, 2, and 3 are. I disagree. I don't know. I think 4 just feels like something from the original trilogy, but the kills are a little more amped up, a little more brutal. Where 5 and 6 kind of just feel like they kind of feel like their own thing. Like I would say yes to 5 and 6 being their own thing, but I think it's odd that people group 4 into that. I don't know. I think like 1 through 4 kind of has its own vibe to me, and then 5 and 6 has their own vibe. So I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts on that. But do I think that Scream 7 will take place in between 4 and 5, or just erase those from the timeline? I did a whole video about that a little while ago. I don't think so. There's a lot of issues with that. I think that if they are going to retcon sequels, they might as well retcon all of them. I don't think it really makes sense to retcon just the last 2 movies, especially after they were so successful and brought a lot of new fans in. I think that would just kind of be like rubbing dirt in their faces, especially after what happened with Melissa Barrera. Like that just fucking sucks, you know? Like why add insult to injury and all that? So I don't think they're gonna do that personally, but if they do retcon sequels, I say they just retcon all of them and just start fresh. I mean, you could do whatever if you did that. So that just makes way more sense. Way more opportunities you could take there. Randy could come back. I mean, anybody you wanted could come back at that point if you retconned like all the sequels. Even Stu. Like I'll even go so far as to say that if you retcon all the sequels, yeah, why not bring Stu back? So good questions though, Gunner. Good questions overall. Dawson is with us tonight. What's up, my fishy friend? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Funtime Mickey is here too. I like the drawing. That's awesome, dude. Har. Hardy har. Welcome in, dog. RJ Skarenki is saying I would be happy if they went with the timeline from Scream 3, like just shoot off of there. I mean, listen, you never know, man. You never know. We really know nothing about the film overall. I mean, if you think about it, we just know that Sydney's going to be in it. That's all we know. That's all we have confirmed right now. Apparently, Courtney Cox is in talks, but that's not 100% confirmed. She could drop out still. So who knows? Who knows what this movie's going to be? It's too early to say. I would say. Julian Perez is with us. What's up? What's up? Who's ready for? I don't like that, Julian. I don't like the way you worded that, my friend. No, but welcome in. Thanks for being here. Film Gamer X is saying I'm pumped for Terrifier 3. Need to see all those bloody messes. We've been getting a lot of exciting behind the scenes photos. Nothing that I've been coming up with theories with or anything. Jake's been super busy. We're about to go into production for a short film. Oh my God, it's been insane. I did not sleep last night pretty much. But I want to make another Terrifier 3 video at some point. And a Scream video. It's been like 2 weeks, so I should probably talk about that at some point. I do have a Scream video written. I just have not filmed it yet. So Soon. It's all coming, I promise. But I'm excited for Terrifier 3 too. Big Chiller's excited to talk some horror. Hell yeah, dog. We're doing it right now. Motion MV, yo, yo, yo. Welcome in, welcome in. Marcus Ballum Superstar is saying, hey, with a bunch of Y's. What's up, dog? Welcome in. El Dante, thanks for being a channel member, dude. Appreciate you. Thanks for the support. Hey, all. Hope everyone is good and enjoyed a good week. Yeah. Hell yeah, dog. I hope everyone had a good week and enjoyed themselves. It's the weekend now, which is fantastic, so we all get to chill out a little bit. Hope you all get to do some chilling and vibing and watching some horror movies. Go see The First Omen. I'm very curious what everyone's thoughts are on it, so go check it out. Give it a watch. Bubba Gimp, I don't like that either. What's up, dog? How's it going? Thanks for being a channel member. I appreciate you. Hello, hello. Welcome in. TJ Sanders, what's up? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Love that it's the weekend. Eric Cartman is saying the writer of the Long Walk movie, JT Moldner, liked a comment of mine on X suggesting Thomas Jane is the major. He may not be the casting director, but he could suggest it. Thomas Jane is great, dude. Thomas Jane, it would be excellent in another Stephen King movie. That'd be sick. I'm here for it. I'm here for it for sure. Welcome in, Eric. Amy's with us tonight, sporting a little Late Night with the Devil profile picture. Love it. Hey, Jake, I'm watching Parasite the Grey on Netflix based on the anime Parasite. Ooh, okay. Hell yeah. Enjoy. Welcome in. Mr. Rick is saying, good evening. Just watched VHS 94 and 85. Pretty cool and is a good chance I might be going to Horror Hound in September. Very nice. I would like to go as well. I don't know. I'm still on the fence. Not 100% sure if I can make it or not, but I'm trying. VHS 94 and VHS 85 are so much fun. I love those films to death. If you have not seen 99, I would recommend that one too. I think all three of the latest VHS films were really fun. I had a very good time with them. They're movies I put on like if I'm just like, I need something good. I need something that's just gonna be fun and enjoyable before bed. I put those on. Like those are a blast. Those are always a fun time. Ty Lee is excited for Cuckoo. I'm excited for that movie too. I don't think I've ever had a trailer be so effectively scary in such a long time. I'm blown away by the trailer. Like, frankly, I don't know how good that movie's gonna be, but I think it's gonna be up there. It's gonna be one of those sleeper hits, I think. I can't wait for that one. Very excited, Ty. Gory Tiger's with us tonight. What's up, Gory Tiger? How's it going? What's up? Welcome in. Hope you're having a fun week and now weekend. I Like Screamin' Ice Cream is saying, pumped for Maxine. Me too, dog. Oh, that cast is looking fucking phenomenal. It's a continuation of two of my favorite movies from 2022. I don't know. I mean, there's just nothing. I got nothing negative about the movie so far, except for the whole kicking in the head thing, which I still don't know if that's 100% true or not, but it is weird. It is weird to say the least, man. It's a weird situation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. El Tate saying, I'm completely lost here. What is Pearl or Maxine? Don't worry about it. No, I'm kidding. So Pearl and X, like X, like the letter X. There are two movies that came out in 2022. If you have not seen them, they're excellent. Like some of my favorite films from that entire year. Both kind of slashers. Pearl is arguably a slasher. I think it's more of like psychological horror. I think that would more fester itself into. But both great movies. I think it's hard to explain them without seeing them. X is kind of like if Boogie Nights and Texas Chainsaw Massacre like kind of had like a really fucked up, disgusting baby. And Pearl is like the female Joker movie all of us have always wanted. So that's the best way I can describe it, I think. But watch both of them. One's a prequel to the other, and they're all in like kind of the same franchise. Maxine is now a continuation of both of those flicks. I recommend both of them a lot. I don't even know which one I like more. Like, I think both of them, there's an argument for both. I think I'm leaning towards I like Pearl more, but X is so good. X is phenomenal. Like, it's one of my favorite slashers of the modern day, I would say. Who else is with us tonight? Haunting You! What's up, dog? How's it going? Just found out that the Vicious Bro mentioned they have the script to, the Vicious Brother. Yeah, okay, I know who you're talking. I was like, who's this guy talking about? Just found out the Vicious Brothers mentioned they have the script to Grave Encounters 3 a little while back. Also, there's weeks worth of footage Lance took after being lobotomized. That is, I haven't talked about Grave Encounters in a long time. I would love to see Grave Encounters 3. I think that Grave Encounters 2 is super underrated. It was a huge inspiration for Red Right Hand, believe it or not. I don't know. I love this franchise so much. In terms of found footage, these are two movies that I feel don't get talked about enough. Both the Grave Encounters flicks are phenomenal and just excellent ideas for horror films. Like, I don't know. I remember watching the first one and I'm like, okay, this is kind of run of the mill. You know, you're kind of thinking this is going to go a certain place and that's going to be it. But then it takes like a hard left turn right in the middle and you're just like, what? Oh, we're going there. Okay, this is that kind of horror movie. It's a really surprising flick. I don't want to spoil it because I think it's got some excellent twists and turns in that first movie, but the sequel is also a lot of fun too and kind of reinvents what the first movie did really well. I don't know, the Grave Encounters franchise is fantastic. I think both entries are really good. And it's one of those franchises that I'm so glad doesn't do the exact same thing in both of its movies. I don't like franchises like that. I think that's really boring. They both try significantly different things. And some people really don't like Grave Encounters too. I respect it, but I'm so thankful that they didn't do the exact same thing again. It's similar, but not the same thing. And that's what's really cool to me. I vibe with that. Prime fan, wish you were a Primus fan, but Prime fan is saying, did you know there's gonna be a Peter Pan horror film? Yes, I talked a little bit about it. I can't remember which one it was. I did a video talking about all the Winnie the Pooh multiverse movies that are coming out, which is such a weird thing. I never thought I'd be covering that in my lifetime. But yeah, we're getting a bunch of them. We're getting Bambi the Reckoning is up next, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, Pinocchio Unstrung, Pooh 3, and the Poohniverse Monsters Assemble. A bunch of movies coming in that universe that I'm very excited for. I think all of them are going to be fun little B slasher movies. You know what I mean? Nothing to take too seriously, nothing to be like, oh, this is going to be horror royalty or anything like that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun is what it's going to be. And I can't wait. I'm very hyped to see what they all do. I got to talk about the Bambi Reckoning trailer. I see Funtime Mickey talking about that. I want to make a whole video talking about Bambi, the killing machine that he's being described as. I'm getting to it. Jake's so busy. Making a short film is so much work. I haven't had a good night of sleep in like a couple of weeks, ladies and gentlemen, but that's okay. We're not here to complain. We're here to talk horror. Jason Carpenter, thanks for being a member, my friend. I just love your profile picture. You look so polite, like holding your hands like this at a picnic table. It's great. It's wonderful every time I see it, Jason. What's up, dog? How's it going? Thanks for being a member. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Red Rum Horror is saying, what do you think could be the big scene that made Art the Clown nearly vomit? Dude, it's a great question. So for those who don't know, in my last Terrifier update, talked a little bit about this. David Howard Thornton himself said that he nearly vomited after a certain scene that they filmed, something so visceral and so gross. I really do think it has to do with the kid, which I think is really upsetting and fucked up. I've kind of talked that to death though. Like back in November, that is all I talked about. Like all I talked about was Terrifier 3 and how I think they're probably going to do that. So I'm kind of like, I didn't even mention it in the last video because I'm like, okay, I've talked that to death, dog. Like I'm excited to see something fucked up like that because that's why we go to the Terrifier films. But yeah, I focused the video on like an entirely different element that I noticed that I thought was really strange. Like Damien Leone posted this video to his Instagram stories where it's like him behind the monitor and it pans down and it's this picture of Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump. I'm like, there's something, this is a clue. Like this is him clearly mocking us YouTube folks who are coming up with crazy theories. Maybe it's total bullshit. Maybe it's just misdirection, but I don't know. I feel like maybe there's something to do with New Year's in this new film. Like it's taking place on Christmas morning. That's, a couple days later, like a week later, less than a week later, it's New Year's Eve. So who's to say that we don't see our survivors in a denouement on New Year's Eve? That's kind of what I pitched in my latest Terrifier 3 video. Check it out. Whatever this kill is though, I mean, like I said, I think it's got to be chopping up that little girl as much as I hate to say it. For some people, I totally understand if that's too far. I just think the Terrifier franchise has got to push boundaries. That's why these movies are made. That's why these movies are as popular as they are. If they were to not push boundaries, I feel like it would be a step back in a sort of way. And I feel like the filmmakers understand that as well. So trust me, I get it. If that's too much for you. Honestly, it might be too much for me. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like that's fucked up. But I'm excited to see it. I mean, I feel like we're witnessing horror history here with how far this franchise is going to push itself. Karen Wilkins, what's up, dog? How's it going? Watch the Stab 3 holiday horror trailer on YouTube. That one dude makes a bunch of stab horror films, and they're really good. I really enjoy those. Those are fun. I'll have to check it out. Have to look it up. Robert is with us tonight. What's up? What's up? You're terrified? You're gonna be terrified on October 25th when Terrifier 3 comes out. Oh, and you know, I don't think I've been live since this came out, but they moved the Wolfman, ladies and gentlemen. Blumhouse moved the Wolfman from the same day as Terrifier 3. They're scared, is what they are. They think they're gonna lose, split and divide their horror audience. I don't know. I thought it would be a fun, like, oh, let's promote this as like a double feature or something. That would have been cool, but don't think they're going that route. They don't want to go the Barbenheimer route. That's okay. It is weird, though. I will say that they're releasing the Wolfman in January now, which has me worried. Anytime something comes out in January, I'm always a little scared. But the last Blumhouse movie I liked came out in January, so I don't know. Maybe that means this is going to be a good one. So Megan was the last Blumhouse movie I liked, and that's so sad to say. Like, oh, God. God, I hope that company turns things around. They got a couple of potential bangers coming out, though. They have a Speak No Evil remake, which I don't think needs a remake, but could be good. And then this Wolfman movie is coming from Lee Winnell, who, of course, wrote the script for Saw, Insidious, Dead Silence, also directed Invisible Man, which is so good. Like, that 2020 Invisible Man is, damn. One of my favorites. Fantastic stuff, though. Jason Carpenter is saying, Immaculate was good, not great. Love them taking the risk with its ending. I loved Immaculate. Immaculate's my favorite horror film of the year, personally. I don't know. That blew me away. I loved the characters. I loved the scripts. The sound design is immaculate. See what I did there? I really appreciate things like that in movies. Like the more I watch dumb little things like this, the more I'm like, oh man. Like when something has really good sound design, when something has really good music, good character choices, an efficient script, like it's little things like that that make a movie just so much more enjoyable, make me want to rewatch it. I don't know. I thought it was a 10 out of 10. I loved Immaculate. It's easily my favorite horror film of the year so far. And probably one of my favorite, like it's a top 10 from the decade so far for me personally. Like I would probably, it's not number one. Like I think Terrifier 2 is still my favorite from the whole decade. But I would probably put, where would I put that? I'd probably put that like maybe 7 or 8, somewhere there. Religious horror has never been like my favorite thing ever, but it's up there for sure for me. I loved Immaculate, blew my mind. I think easily the best Sydney Sweeney performance that I've seen, at least too. I thought she killed it there. So that was awesome. What else do we got going on? Marquise is saying you think Ross Lynch needs to be in Scream 7 and have flashbacks about Emma Roberts. What? Isn't Ross Lynch like that one character at the very beginning of Scream 7? Or Scream 6, who's like that Chad beats the shit out of? Or Melissa Barrera, beats the shit out of? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't care about that character. I'm actually kind of sad that character didn't die, if I'm being honest. Guy was kind of a douche. What else do we got going on? Chrissy saying hi. Hi. What's up? How's it going? Chrissy, don't give up on your script. What? I might give up on my new script. It's given me too much stress. Listen, don't give up on it. Sometimes you got to step away from things and take a break. I'm probably about to take a break from all of this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm stressed out, but don't give up on it. Don't give up on things. If you believe in it, if you love it, other people will love it too. I promise. So don't give up on things. Sometimes you got to just step away for a little bit, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that, Chrissy. Don't give up though. Do it for old Jake if you don't do it for yourself, because that would suck. That would suck to give up on something like that. Scott Royston, what's up, my friend? Thanks for being a KillJoy cult member. Really appreciate your support. Saying, hey Jake, how's it going, dog? It's going. I'm so tired, and dear God, I cannot wait for you guys to see the short film we're working on. It's coming together so smoothly. This is night and day compared to Red Right Hand. There was things like the day of shooting we had to change because like it just wasn't happening with Red Right Hand, and like this is insane. Like I have never been so prepared for something in my life. I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to see what we're cooking up, because wow, I'm blown away by how this production is running so far. So I'm fantastic at the moment. I'm having a great day, getting so much done. I'm very excited for a nap, but oh my God, life is great. Things are good. Richard B is with us tonight, saying, how do you think Terrifier 3 will end? I really think Terrifier 3 is going to end with a bunch of characters who are, like, all of our characters are dead, basically. Not all of them. Sienna's still alive, but all of her family members are going to be dead, I think, by the end of Terrifier 3. And we're going to have a very sad Sienna, a depressed Sienna, some might say, by the end of this flick. I could see her, like, drinking alone at a bar on New Year's or something, like, after all the action has happened, and somehow, you know, Art the Clown is still running amok. We have to, like, you know, quote unquote kill the guy, right? But he's coming back for a Terrifier 4, is my guess. I think something like that will happen, and it'll be a bunch of setup for the next film, which Damien Leone has kind of teased to us about doing another one. So I really think that's the route that we're going, but we'll just have to see. Ryan is asking a cool question here. Would you say 2022 was one of the best years in horror we've gotten in a long time? Absolutely. Oh, 100% yes. 2022 fucking rocked. Like, I've been doing this for almost 5 years now. That was easily the best year I've ever covered, without a doubt. It honestly made some of the 2023 releases a bit disappointing, and that's so not fair, right? Like, 2023, I think, had some bangers. Talk to Me comes to mind immediately. Oh my God, I can't think of another movie. Evil Dead Rise was so good from last year. Saw X. I mean, 2023 was loaded with awesome horror flicks, but comparatively to 2022, dude, I mean, like, every month there was something fucking awesome in 2022. I don't know. That was just a special year for horror, in my opinion. That was, I don't know if we get another year like that anytime soon. That was a really, really special time. Villain Killin' Dylan is with us. What's up? How you doing, man? One kill I wish we saw in Blood and Honey 2 is Owl using a crossbow. Interesting. Okay. Characters talking to each other, then pop. Then Owl says bullseye. Bullseye. I'm trying to do his voice. That would have been cool. I would have been down for that. There's some really funny moments with Owl. Man, oh my God. When what is it? The father and the son are bird watching or whatever, and he just like turns his head. Ooh, that's hilarious, man. Oh my God. That movie was so much fun. Blood and Honey 2. What a turnaround. I mean, I don't know. I see all these people coming out the woodworks now making videos like, oh, Blood and Honey 2 sucks, man. And I don't know, man. I mean, listen, the turnaround from the first one to the second one, I don't know. Like, I mean, that turnaround's amazing to me. For me, I can't not respect that. Like, that is insane. That is so impressive, in my opinion. I think that's so cool. I don't know. These are B horror movies, you know, where I'm not expecting, oh, this is supposed to be this immaculate 10 out of 10 movie or anything. I'm expecting fun. I'm expecting fun, bloody kills, and they delivered on that. And for what they were going for, I gave it like an 8 out of 10. I thought that was a lot of fun. Jason Carpenter is talking about Halloween Aftermath. Someone brought this up on a previous stream. This is a movie that, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a Halloween fan film that takes place in between kills and ends. If I remember correctly, it's kind of like a somewhat of an extension of the David Gordon Green trilogy. I believe that's true. I have not really looked into this that much. I just remember someone talking about it. I'm hyped for it, though. I'm very excited to see whatever that ends up being. I love a good Halloween fan film, too. My buddy I Like Scary, I think, was working on one for a little bit. I don't know if he ever released that or not, but I love him. I love Jimmy Champagne is another one who has a really good Halloween fan film. So those are fun, man. A lot of those are really good. So I'm very excited for that. Jason, thank you for being a member for 14 months as well. Really appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thanks for your support. Appreciate you a whole bunch. Maybe I'll cover that. I haven't really covered too many other fan films. I talked about the Never Hike Alone movies because those are like insane. But Haunting, he was saying no breaks, you signed the contract. Dude, I know, man. It's funny. I'm so worried. Like, I want to take a little break to work on this little short that I'm doing right now, but like I'm terrified, frankly. Like, I'm like, March was an awesome month for this page. It was great, but I'm horrified that if I take a couple of weeks off, like I'm just not going to be able to get back up to where I've been. So I don't know. My Omen videos didn't really do too well, so like I gotta do something this upcoming week, but I don't know. I need a little break. I need a good sleep. But I did sign the contract in blood, so I guess I can. La Dee Da Dum is saying, KillJoy Jake, love your channel. I love you. Thank you so much. For Pooh 3, I hope to God they don't underuse Piglet because he is in the first 10 minutes and disappears. Yeah, Piglet was wildly underused in Blood and Honey too, but I kind of found it funny. Like, honestly, I thought it was like a goofy thing that they ended up doing. I was laughing at it more than anything. I was like, this is insane. This is so ridiculous. It kind of gave me the sense that any of the killers could die too. I'm not gonna, like, when I got the screener like a week before it came out, I was watching that and that happens and you're like, whoa, okay, maybe any of these characters could die. Like, that's so exciting. It's exciting stuff. I like it. Denisha, thank you for the $2, my friend. Appreciate it. Saying Jake, the mod's here. The mod is here. Thank you so much, Denisha. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here. Thanks for modding tonight. Means a whole lot to me. Thanks for the $2. Appreciate you. Thanks for the support. Scott Royston is also gifting KillJoy Jake memberships left and right. Dude, thank you so much, Scott. I really appreciate the support. Now, my little thing that I use doesn't tell me who gets the membership. So let's check this out. Let's go back a little bit into this into the stream. Okay, Paula Fitzhenry is a member. Drizzy Fest, TJ Sanders, Horror Fan 101, and King Parham. Welcome, my friends. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. And Scott did it again because he's awesome. Appreciate you, Scott. Mr. Rick is a member. Luddy is a member twice because he's also a Patreon supporter. Appreciate that. Queric V, Billy Jennings, and Daniel K. Welcome to the fold, all 10 of you. Appreciate the support. Scott, thank you. Everybody thanks Scott as well. I'm going to have some updates on the little movie we're working on soon over there. I have a big update. I'm very excited. I just have to film it and post it for you guys because, oh shit, we're moving. We are moving. I have some behind the scenes photos to show you of some of the stuff. I can't say any more than that, but there's some stuff I'm excited to show you guys. Scott, thanks for the support, man. Really appreciate it. Thanks to all 10 of the members for being here too. Denisha Lane has been a member for 15 months. That's awesome. Hey, Jake, 15 months of drinking up Kool-Aid and you're a mod. Love it. I love it, Denisha. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks for modding in the chat. Really means a lot. Thank you. Horror Fan 101 is asking a really good question too. Have you seen a video taken of Art the Clown doing a kill upstairs? I have, yes. You can't see any blood, but you can see him through the window doing something. I won't say that something because I can't spoil. Yeah, no, I have seen the video. I have not, dude. I've been so behind. I've been lacking. I've been trying to cover like the new horror films, you know, like I'm like, okay, The First Omen, I got to talk about that. I should just get on the Terrifier bandwagon at this point. I took a chance on The Omen. I thought, okay, maybe that'll get some views, and I don't know. Didn't really do nothing. But I think I have more of a slasher-oriented audience anyway, so that kind of makes sense. I am going to start focusing more talking about Terrifier 3 and Scream and all that again. And I want to do a big Pooh 3 video, too. I got a lot to say about Pooh 3. I'm very, very excited to make that. But at some point, I do want to talk about this. Someone, I can't remember who sent it to me, but someone sent me that video. It's basically just Art the Clown like stabbing something. You can kind of see him doing that in like the window. Someone like filmed it from outside that house that they were filming at. I don't know. That's kind of it's a weird video. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's I don't know. I'm guessing it's just like a kill. That's my guess. That's my guess. I'm not 100% sure as to what he's doing. If you got something, Horror Fan 101 though, hit me up, man. If you send me a message. I'm curious of what you think, what your theory is on it. Luddy Network, what's up, dog? How's it going? You just got gifted a membership, dog. Isn't that crazy? Dude, loved that review. Are you crazy? I'm glad you loved the review, and I am crazy. Yes, that is me. Thank you so much, though, man. I appreciate you watching. Yeah, so I do want to hit that. I want to touch on that a little bit. The First Omen came out today. I wasn't crazy about it, but I seem to be in the minority there. Pretty much everyone else that I have talked to absolutely loved this film. So honestly, I would go recommend it. My biggest pet peeve is a lot of the movie is focused on setting up a sequel, and I think that kind of sucks. That's not spoiling anything because I didn't tell you how they did that. But a lot of the movie is just, I don't know. A lot of the movie is just like, let's try to set up something else. They're trying to do like a Halloween 2018 thing with The Omen, and I just feel like that's weird. It's the same problems I have with The Exorcist Believer all over again that I have with this film personally. I will say this is a much more competent film than The Exorcist Believer. I think it's way scarier, especially in its first two acts. But I don't know. I think I thought it was fine. I thought it was just fine. It's not bad. It's not awful. Like it's not an awful movie by any means. It is that if you're a fan of the Omen franchise, definitely check it out for sure. But I don't know. I wasn't like losing my mind over it. A lot of people seem to be like 10 out of 10 movie of the year. It was all right. It was decent. It was a decent horror film, and I had a good time with it. I still think Immaculate blows it out of the water in every sense, in every regard. But I will say the other thing you got to think about too is that is Arkasha Stevenson's first movie, her directorial debut. That's impressive. That's an impressive directorial debut, I will say. A lot of great performances across the board there. I think Nell Tiger Free is amazing in the movie. And Ralph Innocent. I'm keeping this spoiler free. I promise I'm not spoiling anything. But there's some great performances. There's some great moments. Really scary stuff. There's some great homages to the original too, which I think there's one moment where they actually do something better than the original film. That's all I'll say. But some good stuff. Some really good stuff overall. Erica is asking, where can we see the video of the filming of Terrifier 3, or can we not? So someone sent it to me on TikTok, which a platform I never use. I probably should use it more, but I don't care about TikTok. I'm sorry. It's just not my bag. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't remember where I found it, but I was going to make a video on it and I just have not had time. Erica, I'll probably, you know what? Because everyone's asking about it, I'll probably focus on making that video this weekend. I had a really interesting Scream video talking about the opening kill, something I literally just thought about the other day. I'm like, oh shit, there's a huge problem with Scream 7 and the opening, something regarding the opening kill. I won't say any more than that, but I'll do a video talking about it and I'll get it posted on the page so you don't got to look for it. I'll work on that one first, because I actually, now that I think about it, I'm like, okay, now the gears are starting to turn. They take a minute sometimes in this this little brain of mine. But I did have a theory about that. I was going back and forth with somebody on Instagram, because I had a few people send it to me. So yeah, no, I'll work on that next. Get that out for you guys. Antonis, dude, I'm gonna butcher that last name. I'm gonna be so honest with you. What's up, dog? How's it going? Are you excited for Chucky Season 3 Part 2 to come back next Wednesday? I really have not been following the show as much. I'm just not crazy about the show. I'm much more of a fan of the movies. I'm very excited for the new Chucky movie that got announced, though. And I can't wait. Personally, day one, I will be there for a new Chucky movie. That's what I'm waiting for personally from that franchise. So I hope everyone's enjoying the show. It's just really not my bag. I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. The writing is very strange, in my opinion. I don't know. Not my cup of tea. Jason Carpenter is saying, Jake, not horror movie related. I'm watching an awesome action movie from 2017 called American Assassin with Michael Keaton. It's awesome. Dude, Michael Keaton's one of my favorite actors. I will have to check that out. I'll have to look into it. I've never even heard of that before, so sick. Okay. Oh, it's 2017. Okay, I don't know why, like, in my brain, I was thinking, like, this is like a 90s movie. It's not. No. I'll have to look into this, man. Okay, hell yeah. I'm going to see Monkey Man this weekend, which I'm so excited for. Very, very hyped for that. Speaking of, if you want a good action movie right now, I might cover it on the page. I might not. I don't know. Typically, when I talk about anything that's not a slasher movie, it doesn't do well. So I don't know. I want to talk about it though, because I'm hearing like crazy good things about it. So I'm very excited. What should the name of the new Chucky movie be? I don't think we have a name. We just know that Don Mancini wants to work on, like, he wants to make another Chucky movie, or it's like slowly going into production, something like that. Actually is a good question. What should the name of it be? You know, regarding like the last 4 movies in the main Chucky franchise, not talking about the Child's Play remake from 2019. You know, we had Bride, we had Seed, Curse, and Cult. So it's got to be something of Chucky. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be really funny. We could do like Child's Play 4, but that might be confusing considering the 2019 movie was Child's Play. So I don't know. And also, you know, studios are so not down for that these days. they're so not down for any number next to a title. I'm shocked that Scream 6 was called Scream 6, if I'm being honest. So you never know. Ty Lee is saying you could do a Monkey Man video. I watch all your vids anyways. Ty, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes my videos hit the algorithm and I'm like, hell yeah, this is awesome. And then like, you know, today, like my Omen review's like tanking big time. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm like, I think the thumbnail's pretty good. It's got like a little thing on there that might piss you off if you really liked the movie, because I said this is just The Nun 3, which unfortunately is my take on the movie. So I don't know. I feel like there was something gripping in the thumbnail. The title's got a lot to it. I don't know. I don't know. The algorithm eludes me. So Ty, thanks for watching the videos though, man. It really does mean a lot. But I might have to play it safe this weekend. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I do something a little more ambitious and do a Monkey Man review, because that movie looks fucking sick. Like, I am so hyped for that. And I need a good action movie, man. Like, I feel like the last action movie I saw in the theaters was John Wick 4, and was that a year ago now? That was a year ago. That was a year ago now, man. Like, what? I gotta fix that. I miss it. I miss action movies. It's been a long time. What else we got going on? Karen is saying, I feel like if you never told people you were going to change your content on your channel, people would have never noticed, would have never known. I don't ever notice. So yeah, no, I tried to change it up in January. I tried to do more like long form stuff, and once again, just didn't hit the algorithm. I don't know. I still don't understand. I still don't understand YouTube, I guess. I've been on here for 5 years and I still don't get it. So I've been kind of back to the update videos a little more, but I'm trying to do more like video essay stuff. If I can get into that a bit more, that would be awesome. Like, that would make me so happy if I could do like video essays. I think about my friends, like Evan from Rockland Graves does some great video essays. Kylie from Haunted Hippie, I think her video essays are great. I want to start doing more stuff like that. I don't know. Every time I do stuff like that, it doesn't do well. Like, I did a video on Wednesday about the first Omen, which I would say it's a little more of a video essay. I like took a very long time writing it, a very long time editing it. 1,500 views. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I've yet to figure it out. But enough of that. Let's talk a little more about horror. Aqua Death is saying, have you seen Immaculate? I just got home from it and it was something. Personally, it's my favorite horror movie of the year so far. I loved it. I thought it blew my mind. Madison was there with me when we saw it. What's up? How's it going? What's up? How you doing? When that movie ended, my jaw was on the ground and I was just like, that's the best horror movie I've seen in a very long time. Like, I see every horror movie in theaters, man. And that was the best one I've seen in a very, very long time. So I don't know. Immaculate blew my mind. I was not expecting it to go where it ended up going, and it is so good. Like, do not miss that movie. Dear God. 10 out of 10, my favorite horror movie of the year. Sorry, I'm cursed. Howdy, howdy. What's up, dog? How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. We're talking a little horror, talking a little Chucky, little Immaculate. The Immaculate Chucky, some might say. Zan Yi saying, has Terrifier 3 wrapped filming? You know, I'm seeing a lot of photos of the cast and crew all chilling and hanging out. So I don't know. I think they're getting close, is my guess. I think they're almost there. Denisha, thank you for timing out that person. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're getting close, but last I heard they were like halfway done, and I feel like that was like a week and a half ago, I want to say. So I don't think they're done yet. We will probably get a big announcement when they do wrap filming, though. I'll keep you updated. I'll do my best, at least. Night Owl, what's up, dog? How's it going? Only part of Immaculate that I found good was that ending. The rest was nothing new except the motive behind what was happening. I don't know. I really enjoyed a lot of the characters. I think Sydney Sweeney's character was really interesting the entire time. I was very engaged. There was a lot of really cool sequences as well. That the entire, I don't know if that was a set or if like they actually filmed at some like big monastery or something. It was awesome. Like, I don't know. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I thought the characters were, especially in religious horror, side characters can be so boring. Like, it's always just like an angry nun or something, or a priest that's really, really stoic and in the background. These characters I felt like were way more engaging and something I hadn't really seen before in religious horror. I will give you though that this movie does hit on tropes of religious horror a lot. That's probably the biggest, I don't know, kryptonite for Immaculate? Is that the right thing to say? That's probably its biggest downfall. But even then, I was never bored by it. Immaculate kept me engaged the entire time. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I had a very good time with it. Luddy Network, thanks for the $2, man. Appreciate you. Any update and or theories on Smile 2? I could do a whole video on that. I loved Smile to death. That was so much fun. I think we got like some big casting announcements for it, and like there hasn't been too much else. So I'm excited for this movie though. It is apparently coming out this year. I believe in September, if I'm not mistaken. I've been so focused on like Terrifier and Scream and the Winnie the Pooh movies. Like I haven't really been focusing too much on anything else. But I'm very excited for Smile too. Like I think this movie's gonna rock. The first one kind of blew my mind. This is another one where it hits on the tropes, right? Like Smile is very much so similar to like something like The Ring, Drag Me to Hell. It pretty much follows, you go through that same journey as those films. But it stands on its own. It's got its own unique style to it, and that's okay. I don't mind if a movie is similar in terms of story to something else, as long as you make it your own and something different. Smile was worth my time. It was a movie that I've seen before in terms of plot, but the characters and the tone and the vibe of it is something completely different from all of those other movies I just mentioned. So for that, I was like, okay, this was so much fun. That was awesome. So I loved it. I'm very excited to see what they do with the sequel, which hopefully will be a little more Kyle Gallner focused, because he's awesome. He fucking rocks. Luddy, thanks for the $2 though, man. I'm very excited to see what they end up doing with that. Will we, figure out a little more about this Smile demon? I hope so. Hope we get another like stroke of the brush as to what's going on with that thing. GA7A is saying, have you seen You Can't Kill Stephen King? And if so, it's worth watching. I have not. Is that like a documentary for Stephen King? I don't even know what that is. I'm not gonna lie. I would be very interested if it was that. But hell yeah, dog. Diego, what's up, dog? How's it going? I'd love a Scream TV show again. Both of the first couple of seasons were amazing. I agree. I really liked both of those first 2 seasons of the show. Very fun stuff. I would say it's a big like standout in terms of slasher based television. There's not too much. There's not too many TV shows based off of horror movies that are good in my opinion, but like the Scream show is pretty good and the Evil Dead show is amazing. Like the Evil Dead show, Ash vs. the Evil Dead was like a 10 out of 10, dude. So I don't know. I really like the Scream TV show. It was fun. I'd be down for another season that's a little more similar to the first 2 seasons. Season 3, I don't even think is like awful. I'm not crazy about some of the characters. I think Keke Palmer is like easily the best part of season 3. Like she is like electric. I'm such a stan for Keke Palmer. I think she's amazing. I will literally watch, if Keke Palmer's in it, I will watch it. Like that is how good her performances almost always are, like across the board. So I thought she was great in season 3. But I don't know. To me, that was kind of the highlight. The reveal is like a little obvious in season 3, like just a little bit. Not Scream 6 obvious, but but a little obvious. Night Owl is saying, I think I'm just over horror movies doing the same recycled thing over and over again. Totally fair. It's like a new iPhone. The only movies I'm okay with recycling are the Scream ones. That's so funny. I'm like the opposite. Like if Scream gives me another Prescott family member as a killer, I'm gonna lose my mind. No, but I get that though. I sympathize. I am always striving for horror movies to do something different and something special. Honestly, I think that's why Smile didn't make my top 10 from 2022 was because that was the big determining factor. Like it's a really well executed movie, but it does hit those same strides as what you've seen in other flicks before. And not too far in the past either. Like these are like the movies that it kind of borrows from are movies from the 2000s, you know what I mean? Or the 2010s. So it's kind of like, okay, we kind of just got that, you know what I mean? So I get the distaste that Smile has for some people. But personally, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It wasn't too similar to those other ones, but I do get it. I get the criticisms for that film, but it worked for me personally. But Night Owl, I totally get that, man. Listen, after watching Imaginary, look, after watching Imaginary in March, man, I was like, I cannot believe Blumhouse just keeps putting out the same movie and we all just keep going to buy tickets, man. It's crazy. It's crazy that it keeps happening. They keep getting away with it. I'm so sad. I really hope Blumhouse turns things around though, man. I really think they can. I think they can do it. I think they can make it happen. Cameron, I 100% agree. Drag Me to Hell is criminally underrated. What, like 1,000% yes. Dear God, oh my God. Like someone get a spotlight and shine it on Cameron right now. Dude, Drag Me to Hell is like actually one of my favorite Sam Raimi movies. I don't care. Fight me. It's so good. I love that movie to death. Justin Long is amazing. Who is the lead of that movie? I cannot remember for the life of me, but she's awesome too. It's been a long time since I've seen it, if you can't tell. But I loved it. It scared the hell out of me as a kid. I didn't sleep for a week after that ending. Dear God. You want to talk about a good ending to a horror movie too? Whew. Damn. Drag Me to Hell. One of my favorite horror movie endings of all time. Fallon Vamp, thanks for the $2, my friend. Appreciate you. Saying, Jake, did you watch the show Scream Queens? I did not. I know of it, with like Emma Roberts and all that, right? I know of it. I've never watched it before though. I've heard very good things. I remember my first experience with this show was, I think it came out around the same time as like American Horror Story season 2, which like when American Horror Story season 2 came out, I was so into that show. Like I really enjoyed season 1. I was like, that was pretty good. And then season 2, in my opinion, it was even better. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. I was so into American Horror Story for a little while there. And then I kind of dropped off in like season 5. Season 4 was like, okay. I love season 3. Season 3 is so good. First 3 seasons are unbeatable. Season 4, it's not bad. It's got some really good moments. Season 4 is it's good. It's not really good. It's good. And then season 5 kind of really, I don't know, really lost me. But I remember Scream Queens kind of being marketed alongside it. I can't remember if it's the same showrunner or not, but I feel like I feel like there's similar flavors. Like I said, I've never watched it before, but I've heard very, very good things. I have yet to hear a bad review of Scream Queens. Fun fact. So this is not the first time I've had someone recommend this one to me, Fallon Vamp. So I will for sure put this on the radar. Like I said, I'm probably taking a break soon. I don't know when, but I need a break. Your boy needs a break. I'm planning on watching a bunch of shows. Like there's a few shows that I've been meaning to go through, and one of them will be this. I promise. I will watch this. Yellow Jackets is another one. I want to see my girl, Jasmine Savoy Brown, kick ass in something other than Scream. So I got to get through that as well. But hell yeah, Fallon Vamp. Thanks for the $2. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to get through that one if I can. And Night Owl is okay. Hell yeah. It's a must watch. It's so funny. Okay. I'm into that. Let's run it. Let's make it happen. Caitlin Johnson is saying Brooke is your favorite from the Scream TV series. Okay. It's a very good choice. Very good choice. She was definitely one of the standout characters for sure. I agree. Caitlin, I don't know if I said hello to you, by the way. How rude am I? You come into my house, you say, you're like, I want to talk horror movies, and I don't even say hello to you. Hello, Caitlin. Welcome to the stream. Welcome in, welcome in. Haunting You is saying, speaking of Raimi, did you find the alternate ending to Spider-Man 3? Ooh, no. The symbiote ate Eddie and used his skeleton as a frame for itself? What? I swear to God, I've never seen this. Peter pulls him out and bones scatter everywhere. That's fucking awesome. I am a Spider-Man 3 lover. I don't care if I might get canceled for that take, but I love Spider-Man 3. I love Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 from Sam Raimi. I think all of them are good. I'll die on that hill, even if it did kill what's-his-face's career, who played Venom in that movie, Eddie Brock. Topher Grace. It totally killed Topher Grace's career. But man, I love that movie to death. I don't care. Way too much is going on throughout all of Spider-Man 3, but I enjoy every second of that film. It is so good. It's so bad, but it's so good. Spider-Man 3 rocks. I don't care. The Sandman is such a good villain. Luddy Network, thanks for the $5, man. Appreciate you. If you need a vacation, I heard Florida is nice. Dude, I'm thinking about it. I'm dead serious. I'm thinking about just like literally going AWOL and just going to Florida for a week. I'm so not even kidding. I'm in no way am I kidding right now. I'm thinking about going and getting like a Airbnb or something down in Florida and just like fucking off for a week. That's it's been nuts. I don't mean to sound like I'm complaining because I'm having a blast doing this whole production right now, but Jake could use some time in the sun, I guess is my point. You have another gift for me too? What? Oh my God. How much time do I have before filming wraps? So we'll probably wrap filming at the end of the month is my guess. So I'm kind of setting up everything for filming now. We have pretty much everything else ready to go. Cast and crew are down, ready to shoot this thing. Gone over the script with the actors and all that. That's what a lot of this week is like. I've been calling the actors and like kind of talking to them about things, and we've been setting up like FX and all that. there's a kill in this that is gonna blow your guys' mind. That's all I'm saying. You thought the Earth vagina was something. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, dude, sometime in May, I'm thinking about taking a little time off. I don't know. Maybe actually I might be taking some time off from YouTube to work, but then I need to take some time off to rest, dude. I gotta find my girlfriend is in the chat, Madison. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I have the worst dark circles under my eyes. Like, it is so bad. And she pointed that out to me the other day. She's like, you gotta sleep. Like, you know that, right? You have to sleep for more than 4 hours a night. And I'm like, I know. At some point it's gonna happen. But yeah, Luddy, thanks for the $5 though, man. Maybe I'll make it down there. Well, I'll hit you up. I'll see what you're up to. We'll go flame throwing together. That'd be awesome. TJ Sanders is saying, I think Kevin Williamson will make Wes Craven proud with Scream 7. Kevin is a mind of Scream from the beginning. Dude, 100%. I do agree. I do agree the direction of this film will make sense. It'll feel very Scream. I think the thing that I'm scared of is honestly just the studio interfering with the movie. Like, I have a total faith in the creative team. Like honestly, if none of the drama had happened before Scream 7 and you told me that Kevin Williamson was directing, Nev Campbell is starring in it, and Guy Busick is writing it, I'd be like, this movie is going to be the best Scream movie ever. I'm not going to lie. Like, that would genuinely be my take. But I'm scared because the studio is scared. You know what I mean? Like, it's very obvious that the studio is jangling keys in front of the Scream fandom's face right now and is like, come on now, we got Nev Campbell. You know, I'm scared. I'm scared that means that they're just going to try to pump something out real quick, get rid of the rights, and give the middle finger to the fandom, which would suck. And arguably they already have with some of their decision making in the last 6 months or so. So I don't know, man. I hope you're right, TJ. I hope you're right, dog. I hope you are like spot on that this movie's gonna fucking rock. I really hope it does. For the sakes of Kevin Williamson, Nev Campbell, Guy Busick, everybody involved with the project so far, I hope it fucking rocks. I really do. And as a big fan of this franchise, I want to see more good Scream movies. I've said this before, and oh my God, I will die on this hill. Like, I think they could make another Scream movie every 3 years. I really do. I think this is a franchise that could go on forever. I don't feel that way about every franchise. The Omen franchise, the Exorcist franchises, both of those should stay dead, in my opinion. But Scream, Scream is so malleable. Like, there is so much you can do with a Scream movie. And there's so many different, I think one of the reasons it's one of the most beloved horror franchises is because there's so many things to love about it. It's a slasher franchise that focuses on its main characters. So therefore, you have people who love the protagonists, and that's why they come back. You have people that love the killers too, or love the idea of a murder mystery, which not every slasher does, mind you. You know, sometimes you get a Freddy movie where it's Freddy every single time. These movies, it's a different killer every time. That's so exciting. That gives you a reason to see every movie. There's no reason to skip anything. Like, that's so exciting. All 6 of these movies are so important to know the story. I don't know. I think they can make another Scream movie every couple of years. I genuinely do. This is a franchise that could stand the test of time because of how much they got going for it. The kills are a lot of fun. The meta references are so much fun. The horror commentary, there's so much going for it, man. Franchise could go on forever, in my opinion. But, you know, with all the drama and studio interference that this franchise has unfortunately always faced, that just seems to be its biggest... the biggest parasite that sucks on the teat of the Scream franchise. It sucks, man. I really, once again, I think if all this drama could just be washed away somehow, I genuinely think that this franchise could go on forever. Madison saying the fact that they are worse than mine is what scares me, seeing as I average about 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night. I know. It's bad. I got to get some sleep. That's really funny. I'm gonna sleep tonight. Thank God. I'm so not kidding when I say this too. When I get off this stream, I'm sleeping for 12 hours. Chrissy Rengert is saying The Strangers needs to be more subtle. I agree with that, Chrissy. Little more subtle, a little more. I want to see The Strangers stalking our characters for a while. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like a Halloween vibe to it. I want to see our strangers looking in the windows, you know, and going up to the door, knocking on there, being like, "Is Tamara home?" You know, I want to see that scene. I like the creepiness of the strangers. I so agree. I hope they're able to capture that. I feel like we've already kind of seen a little bit of that in the trailers. So I think they're gonna find that. I really think the biggest issue with the new Strangers is just it's gonna be a little too similar to the original film. But that doesn't mean it will be bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, that just might be a critique. That's all. Night Owl is saying, I'm not excited about Kevin Williamson directing it. I'd rather have him as a writer. The mystery writing on Scream 5 and 6 was terrible. I'm not that hopeful. I agree with you in terms of 6. 6's mystery was not very good. And, you know, a lot of it, too, a lot of it in 6 is like, they just reused stuff from other movies. And I'm just like, what? They reused the Roman twist, which is like, okay, like, you know, the one thing I'll give to Scream 6 is I think here's what's fucked up, right? I think they actually did the Roman, like, oh, they fake killed a character and then, oh, she comes back in the third act. I actually think they did it better in Scream 6, but the problem is that already happened in the franchise. Like, I genuinely think if Scream 3 did not exist and they did that, like, it would be awesome. Like, Quinn's reveal would be much more beloved in the franchise. But it sucks because we've already seen that in Scream 3. So, yeah, no, I do feel you, though. It's not... Scream 5, I think, had a pretty good mystery to it, though. Amber totally got me, blew my mind, literally and figuratively. That I loved. That was by far the best Ghostface reveal in both of those movies. But I do feel you that Richie was a little obvious. So I don't think anyone's out here saying Scream 5 or 6 has like the best mystery writing to them versus the other films. So no, I feel you there. I do feel you there. So yeah, I don't know. I do hope that we get a better Ghostface reveal in 7. That would be a big thing that could save the movie, actually. If we got like a Ghostface reveal that was genuinely shocking, that would blow me away. That would be like, oh, wow, okay, you got me back on board. There we go. And I think that's a possibility, but we'll just have to see. I'm trying to stay hopeful with Scream 7. I really am, but... Evil Monsterism. What's up, dog? How's it going? Jake, my man, any thoughts on the upcoming horror Tarot? So I've seen the trailer for Tarot. It gives me like Blumhouse horror vibes, which, you know, I think some people hear that and they're like, oh, that means you're not excited for it. That's not true. I think Blumhouse has a lot of really good movies. They have a lot of movies that do feel the same as each other. Today in the 2020s, I would say, they have some movies that literally rip each other off. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a fun little like theater experience kind of movie. I don't know. This one isn't necessarily like super high up on my radar, but it might be fun. I mean, it's a movie based on, you know, tarot cards that are evil and spell out your fate. Your fate, I mean. I don't know. You know, is it going to be like a 10 out of 10? We'll have to see. But hey, you never know, man. I mean, I remember going into Barbarian last year and being like, you know, whatever, this might be something fun. And then or 2 years ago, I mean, it blew my mind. It was one of my favorite horror movies of 2022. You never know. There is always a sleeper hit. Every year I've ever done this, there's always been some movie where I was kind of going into it with, you know, whatever expectations. And it's like, whoa, I'm floored. So maybe maybe this year it's Tarot. I got my chips on In a Violent Nature, though. I think In a Violent Nature is going to be the one that just blows everything else out of the water. But we'll have to see. We'll just have to see. Jacob Aylward, what's up, dog? How's it going? Jake, I'm going to see the first Omen in like 5 minutes. So hyped. I hear you didn't like it, dude. I didn't like it. I wasn't crazy about it, but the reviews are through the roof. People loved this flick to death. I really let the negatives bug me, though. Like the negatives are pet peeves of mine when it comes to continuations or prequels. So you might like it. You actually might really, really enjoy it, is what I'll say. What I said in my review is that if you're an Omen fan, if you like this franchise a lot, I think you will really enjoy this movie. I would not go so far as to say that it's a bad film. I definitely would not say it's a bad film. It's a very competently made film with some excellent scare sequences. And after hearing what the director said about a certain sequence, I just felt like that scene was really disappointing. And like, that's what I was so hyped for. I was like, I'm so hyped for that one scene. And then that scene kind of just was 2 seconds. And I was like, really? Like that kind of sucked, man. I don't know. So go check it out. Have fun with it. Listen, don't listen to my dumb review. Go experience the movie for yourself and then tell me what you think. That's what I want to hear. So just because I didn't just because I didn't like it doesn't mean you won't. So I hope you enjoy it. I really do. Saw 11 does come out this year. Hell yeah. You have a feeling it'll be delayed. So Cameron, what I'll tell you is the Saw franchise is very notable for how quick the turnaround has been for some of these movies. Like, especially from, you know, the original in 2004, like they had another movie like every year, like for a little while there. That was awesome. That was super impressive. We have a pretty similar team working on these new movies. I don't think it's going to be delayed, believe it or not. Like, in pretty much any other situation, I would agree with you, but because it's the Saw team, who is usually pretty good about their turnaround dates, I actually think they are going to have this one out by the time this fall comes around, so I'm excited for it. If it does get delayed, that's okay. Honestly, I would rather them delay it and spend more time on it if need be, personally. But knowing this team, I think they can do it. I really do. I really think they can do it. And Karen, yes, they also do rip off the twist from Scream 2 as well. I don't know. I think I don't know. There's arguments to be said about Scream 6's reveal. I think there's some stuff about it that they do better than its predecessors, and there's some things they do worse, like just who the killers are. Like, I had Wayne Bailey pegged from the moment he said that crazy shit about his daughter being dead. So I don't know, like, pretty obvious killers in Scream 6, but I liked their motive. I will say that. I thought their motive was pretty cool. Slasher Jack. What's up, Slasher Jack? How's it going, dog? Hey, Jake, it's me, previously known as Hoffman Edits. Oh, okay. What's up, dog? How's it going? Saw The Omen on Wednesday night for an advanced screening. I loved it, especially that opening. That opening was awesome, dude. No spoilers yet, because it's a new movie. But that opening was sick. I kind of wasn't crazy about the ending, which I feel like the ending really soured the punch bowl for me. But the first two acts were especially really good. It's a really good setup to a slow burn, is what I will say. I just feel like when the wick got to the end of the candle, let's say that, it kind of didn't do it for me. But most people love it. Most people absolutely love this flick to death, and I get it. I mean, it's like, dude, the setup is excellent. I will say that. Like, I really had no complaints about the setup. It's when we get to the third act that it just loses me a little bit. So I'm glad so many people are really liking it, honestly. Listen, I think I'm getting a lot of comments on the review of like, oh my God, like you're such an idiot for not liking this movie. Dude, listen. It does not matter. Like, that does not matter at all. I'm so glad that people love a horror movie and people are talking about it. There's no, like, if I were to come on here and say something like, oh, that sucks that people like this movie, man, that would be so against what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to promote horror movies. I'm trying to get people talking about them. This is an entire subgenre, or an entire genre, I should say, of film that doesn't even get recognized by awards almost at all, dude. Like, award shows don't give a shit about horror movies. That sucks. Like, why, like, anytime someone is like, dude, your opinion's wrong on this movie or whatever, I'm like, you're missing the point of horror right now. We have to support horror films no matter what the fuck they are at some point, dude. Because it's like, how does something like Pearl not get recognized by the Academy? How does something like Barbarian not get recognized? How does something like Hereditary not get recognized by the Academy? It's actually insane. Like, it is genuine insanity. And it makes me so sad. So we have to support horror. We have to, you can't shit on somebody for disliking a movie or liking a movie or just having a differing opinion than you. That's so ridiculous. That's such an insane thing. I don't know. Be nice to people. Be nice and respect people's opinions. Like, me and Jason disagree on Halloween Ends big time, but we're very good friends. me and Jason are very good friends, and we're always hanging out with each other on these streams. And I love the fact that he loves Halloween Ends. I do. I'm not crazy about the movie at all, but he loves it, and I think that's awesome. And Jason, I will never stop talking about your love for Halloween Ends because it makes me very happy. So, love horror films, my friends. And Erica, yes, horror should be the ones that get the most awards. I agree. Like, horror, the people that work on horror films are so nice and so deserving of something like that too. Oh, I don't know. I could just talk and talk and talk and talk about how good horror is, but the award shows still won't listen. Jeff Young is with us saying, bummer that Wes Craven isn't still alive. Yeah, no, absolutely. I would have loved to have seen what he would have brought to Scream 5 and even 6. Rest in peace, Wes. I wonder if he would have directed them. You know, that's actually, it brings up an interesting question if he was still around. I wonder if he would have slid into that producer role, you know, just to kind of like hand it off to somebody else. I look at Sam Raimi with what he's done with the Evil Dead franchise. You know, Sam, of course, does the first 3 Evil Dead movies, which are fucking awesome. I love all 3 of them. But then, you know, he hands it off to these like up and comers. Like some of these people, like Fede Alvarez, for instance, had never even made a feature before he did Evil Dead 2013. Sam Raimi just liked some of his short films. And then the dude makes Evil Dead 2013, which me personally, that's one of my favorite horror films of all time. Like I love Evil Dead 2013 to death. I thought Evil Dead Rise was also phenomenal, like just an absolute blast. And I respect the hell out of Sam Raimi for doing that with, his below, like what made him famous. Like he's using that now to prop up these up and comers. Like Evil Dead 6 is in the works right now, in case you don't know, and this like very underground French filmmaker is directing it. Like the guy has some like spider movie coming out this year or something like that I literally had not heard of until I heard that he was announced for Evil Dead 6. That's awesome. Oh my God. Like, dude, I want to kiss Sam Raimi just a little bit. Like no, I think Sam Raimi's amazing. Like every time I hear anything about the guy, I'm just like, this guy just keeps getting cooler. What the fuck? Sam Raimi, leave some cool for the rest of us, dog. But no, I wonder, I guess my point is I wonder if Wes would have slipped into that role and just let Radio Silence kind of take over. But obviously, of course, you know, direct them a little bit and be like, well, what if you did this instead of this, you know? Maybe the mystery would have been a little better, you know? Who knows? I still love Screams 5 and 6 though. Like, listen, I have my criticisms of them, but goddamn, those are fun movies. Like, I really enjoy them. They're definitely like, out of all the requels I've seen, I would say that they're towards the top of my rankings of movies that I thought were really fun. They're not without their flaws, of course. I don't think personally, all the Scream sequels are flawed in my opinion, but I don't know. 5 and 6, they're fun movies. They're very fun movies. Kaylin Johnston is saying, do you think they will ever come back out with a Scream TV show? Dude, there's been so many rumors about this, like over the years. As long as I have been talking about Scream on this page, like there's always been a rumor floating around that they're trying to get the TV show back in the works. I really think after 7 comes out, like it's going to follow the same route as what Halloween is going through right now. Give it a couple years, but it's coming. It's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be announced tomorrow. And how fucking funny would it be if it did get announced tomorrow? but I really think 7 comes out. Like the next movie comes out, Scream TV, like Scream season 3, the real season 3 comes out next. Like that's genuinely what I think the release schedule is for the Scream franchise at the moment. Obviously, none of that's confirmed. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Shelly? Sheel? What's up, dog? How you doing? Do the smaller award shows recognize horror like South by Southwest, Sundance? I can't think of any others. Yeah, like, okay, yeah. Like smaller award shows, sure. But like the fact that the Oscars don't look at something like a lot of A24's releases in the past like 6 years or so is just crazy to me. So yeah, no, smaller award shows do, but I don't know. Who's watching Pearl and not saying to themselves, Mia Goth deserves at least a nomination after that? Like, dude, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy stuff, man. It's crazy that nothing, not a nod, she was pretty cool, you know? I don't know. It's crazy to me. She's so good in that movie. Like, that is genuinely one of my favorite, like, female slasher horror movies of all time. Like, Pearl is just so good. Ryan is asking, curious, Jake, how old are you? I'm 25, but I'm going to be 26 soon, which is a horrifying statement. I feel like I'm getting old, but every time I talk to somebody about that, they're like, no, you're not getting old. You're getting old when you're like 40, dude. Like, chill out. So I will be 26 soon in the fall. So I'm a fall baby. That sounded fucked up. I did not fall when I was a baby, but it would make a lot of sense if I did. Slasher Jack is saying, is Winnie the Pooh 2 gorier than Terrifier? I might watch Pooh 2 today. No, it's definitely not gorier than the Terrifier flicks, but I will say there is a kill sequence in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 that gives me Terrifier vibes big time. Like, when I watched Terrifier 2 for the first time, I remember having, like, it was just such a specific feeling. Like, I felt this dread inside of me because I'm like, I'm watching one of the most horrific kills I've ever seen on screen. But then I'm also laughing because of how ridiculous the situation has become. I kind of got that same vibe a little bit from a certain sequence in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. And you're talking about it like you haven't seen it, so I won't spoil it for you. But if you've seen the film, I think you know the sequence I'm talking about. Give it a watch. Give it a watch. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. It's definitely Terrifier inspired. I mean, it's without a doubt a little Terrifier-y. So, no, give it a watch. It's a fun one. Michael Parton, thanks for the $5, man. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Jake, are you more excited for The Strangers or The Watchers? Great question. Also, do you think that Michael Levy's new movie Stream will get released this year? Wow, great questions all around, dog. Holy shit, Michael. Am I more excited for The Strangers or The Watchers? It's really tough because The Strangers is like one of my all-time favorite slasher movies. I honestly, fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. I think the original Strangers is the scariest slasher movie out there. At least in my opinion. I like Terrifier 2 is like really funny and scary at the same time to me, but like in terms of just what is the scariest slasher, I say the original The Strangers personally. So, I think I'm really excited for The Strangers, but I'm worried it's just going to be a carbon copy of the original, which I'm not going to lie. If I was buying the camera for a Strangers film, it would be very hard for me not to just do what they did in the original film. So I get it, but I do kind of want something new from that franchise too. I'm very excited for The Watchers though, because this feels like a very original take, very new. It's a newer horror movie. I'm always a little more excited for original horror than I am franchise continuation. So I think I'm leaning towards The Watchers, but I love The Strangers so much, man. So it's a tough one to say. Leaning towards The Watchers though. Also, do you think that Michael Levy's new movie Stream will get released this year? Yes. So I actually got to interview Michael back in, I want to say October of last year. And he was saying like 100% Stream is coming out in like not early 2024, but like the first half of 2024. Because don't forget, Michael works on the Terrifier films as well. And how he kind of explained it to me is like what they're looking at for this year, like their release window is like Stream is going to be the big movie of the first half of 2024. And then the back half, obviously Terrifier 3. So I think we're going to get Stream like, if I had to guess, like May or June, like one of those months. May is pretty jam-packed with horror already, so I think like June it would make a lot of sense if they were to release it in like early that month, you know, like some big summer release. This is a horror flick too that I feel like would make sense to come out in the summertime. Like it's literally a movie that's about a family that goes on a vacation. They go to this hotel and they get like trapped by a bunch of killers running around. So like I don't know, I feel like that totally works. I feel like that would be a great summer slasher movie. And something to not really compete with Maxine, but it feels like, okay, if these all got released right next to each other, that would make sense. It would fit the vibe. So, like an early summer release, I could vibe with that for sure. But Michael, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Thanks for supporting the channel, and 100%, man. I'm like every movie you just mentioned, I'm so excited for. So hell yeah, bring on the horror this year. I think 2024 is gonna be another killer year for horror flicks, even better than last year. I'll even say it. 2023 rocked, but there was some stinkers. There was some, like, I think October of last year was easily like the worst October I've ever covered in terms of like my last 5 years. So I think this October though is gonna like just knock some socks off. And I'm very excited for it because I don't know, all the October releases last year were pretty disappointing to me, except for Dark Harvest, which I always forget about that movie, and it sucks because that movie is so good. Like, oh, if you guys haven't seen Dark Harvest yet, if you're looking for something to watch tonight, you're like, I need a good horror flick. Put on Dark Harvest. You will not be disappointed. A genuine 10 out of 10 horror flick that just fell under the radar. One of the most underrated horror flicks in the last 5 years for sure. Michael, thanks for the $5 though, man. I can't wait for all those flicks. I think honestly all of them are going to be good. I know I'm going to be bitching about The Strangers and being like, oh, this is just the same as the first movie, but I think I'm still going to enjoy it. Not going to lie. I actually really like Rennie Harlan too. I like the way he talks about these movies. He's clearly very excited. So I don't know, man. I really think, ooh, got a new post from Dave. Hang on now. Gonna cut that thought real quick. We just got a new post from David Howard Thornton. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So there was an earthquake in New York today, apparently. I did not know about this until recently. But David Howard Thornton just tweeted saying, felt it on set, all is fine. A makeup brush moved slightly. Okay, well, that's not a Terrifier 3 update. I got all excited. But I was like, oh shit, are we getting a live update right now? That's so cool. Not quite, but still exciting, nonetheless. Madison is saying, are you sure you didn't fall or at least get dropped as a baby? Probably. It would explain a lot. It would genuinely explain so much. Ty is saying Jake and I have the same birthday, but I'm 10 years older. Whoa, no fucking way, really? Yo, birthday twins. Love it, dog. Very good stuff. I won't say for those who don't know my birthday because I think it's fun to hold people in suspense of things they don't know. But I don't know. Try to figure it out on your own. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. I've definitely said it in a video somewhere. What else we got going on here? Noah is saying, I'm excited to see the first trailer for Joker 2. I'm excited for this too. I might cover it, honestly. I'm very hyped for Joker 2. I gotta rewatch the original. I only ever watched it once in the theater, and I loved it. I thought it was great. It was a really fun, super exciting movie because they take like a horror twist in there, and I was just like, oh, that's so cool to see like DC go full into that. Because sometimes I feel like DC isn't as dark as they should be, and they definitely were with that one. Holy fuck. That was one of the last movies I saw before the pandemic hit too. So it's definitely one I'm excited to revisit sometime soon. And this sequel, I'm hearing so many weird things about it, but I'm honestly kind of hyped for it. Like, it sounds like a very ambitious sequel that's going to challenge what we're expecting. And those are the sequels I'm always the most excited for because those are a gamble. Those could either be like fucking horrible or like 10 out of 10s, like, what the fuck, this was so good. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this one ends up being. Michael Parton throwing $5 in there again. Thank you, man. Oh, thank you, dude. Appreciate it. I'm also happy we're finally getting Salem's Lot, although I really wanted to see it in theaters. I agree, dude. Yeah, we're getting Salem's Lot going straight to streaming, which bums me out a little bit, not gonna lie. That does have me worried that the quality of the film is not gonna be great. But hey, you never know, man. Maybe honestly, half the reason it could be going to streaming is just because maybe they just don't want to release it in theaters. Warner Bros. Does things in a very weird way nowadays. They cancel films and scrap them entirely just for tax write-offs. So who the fuck knows what is going on with them? I don't know, man. I don't know. They're crazy. They do some crazy shit. I want to see Coyote versus Acme personally. I love movies like that. Ugh, makes me sad. But I'm still excited to see this. I'm glad we finally have a release date. We're getting it, at least. And I've been talking about this Salem's Lot remake for like as long as I can remember. So I've been like dying to see this. This and Final Destination 6 are the two movies that I'm still covering all these years later. And I'm like, where the fuck are these movies? Let's see them. Let's make it happen. And we have some big updates on both of those, actually. Final Destination 6 is filming now. Salem's Lot is going to streaming. We're finally seeing that one. I'm excited. Dude. Michael, thanks for the $5, man. I am very excited for that one, man. The original Salem's Lot, there's a certain scene in that movie that is so fucking scary. The kid floating in the window, that's so horrifying. I love when something can stand the test of time, and that movie does it. It's a little long, in my opinion. That's my one criticism. But I do really like Salem's Lot. It is a very fun movie. Luddy Network, thanks for the 5 again, dude. Appreciate you. Is it weird that I'm more afraid of the new Strangers and Scream 7 being bad than the movies themselves? I get it though. Like, I get it, man. You're more afraid of the new Strangers and Scream 7 being bad than movies themselves. I'm really worried, man. I'm real worried about the quality of both of these films because these are two franchises I love to death. Fuck, I mean, two of my favorite slasher franchises, I would even go so far as to say. And I think if both of these sucked, I would really just, I would go into a little depression, just a little bit, like a little one, not a big one, but I would be upset. The Strangers, I think, is the scariest slasher franchise out there, and like Scream is the most fun. Like the Scream movies are the most fun. That's why they have like such a big, such a big following. So yeah, no, I'm very hyped. I see Isaac losing his mind about Maxine in the comments. Dude, yeah, we're getting that trailer on Monday. I'm very hyped. That's so funny. And favorite Joker quotes? I mean, like anything from the talk show scene with him in that movie is phenomenal. Like that is, that spoke to me. That was a crazy fucking sequence, man. You get what you fucking deserve. That's my favorite. There you go. Good punchline. Solid stuff. Luddy, thanks for the $5, man. I'll tell you if I'm ever in Florida, by the way. Thanks for the $5. Appreciate you. Isaac, fuck yeah, dude. Maxine, the Maxine trailer is coming out on Monday, ladies and gentlemen. I know I kind of talked about it at the beginning of the stream, but yes, it's coming out on Monday. I am so excited. A24 confirmed this just a few hours before this stream went live, and oh my God, losing my mind. I'm gonna become a different purpose, a different purple. I'm going to become a different person when this trailer drops. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, man. I'm just so excited. X and Pearl are just such good movies, man. Such good slasher flicks, and I can't wait to see what they end up doing. So. Can't see what I hope that this new movie does like live up to the quality of the last two films. Mia Goth hyped up the script to saying it's the best one of the three, so I hope it's good. Hope it's good. I'm excited to see what they do. And Ty West even teased the idea of doing a fourth film too, so I'm here for it. Insert scene of the genie from Aladdin's jaw dropping. That's so funny. Trayvon King is saying, hey, Jake, you never did talk about The Walking Dead. What's your opinion on it? I really like The Walking Dead. It kind of lost me at a certain point, and I think that's just because I think they followed the comic books a little too closely. I'm trying to, I don't know, like, do I spoil The Walking Dead? I don't know how many people have seen that. But like really, without spoiling things, my biggest thing about The Walking Dead is I feel like they followed the comics a little too closely, and Robert Kirkman, I think, is such a good writer, but he does like to do stuff that feels like filler. I don't know if that's necessarily the intention, but I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in his writing where I'm like, I don't know if this was like a necessary place to go. I think that The Walking Dead is a really cool story though, and I'm very excited to see some of these new shows whenever I have time, because like a TV show is a commitment, man. Like that is that's 10 hours of your time at bare minimum. So yeah, I really do like the show, and I was like such a huge fan of it when it came out. I think the first like 4 or 5 seasons are phenomenal. Kind of loses me at season 6 a little bit, but I've heard that it kind of picks up a bit and then goes back down at some point. So no, I like The Walking Dead. I honestly would say it is worth your time. It's one of those it's one of those shows that's very hyped up, and like had a lot of hype surrounding it. Like people were like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever. You know what I mean? And I can see why that would deter people from watching it. But genuinely, those first couple of seasons are definitely worth your time and very fun. Season 1, I think, is without a doubt the best season. It's just the most well written in my opinion, but seasons like 2, 3, and 4 also very good. Season 5 is a lot of fun. They start introducing some crazier characters in season 5, and then they rip them away from you. Oh, that's my biggest problem with the show, if I'm being honest. Michael Parton's throwing $5 out there. Thanks for the 5, dude. Appreciate you. DC is more darker than Marvel, which is why I prefer DC more. Totally fair. I love Batman Returns. I love Batman Returns too. And would love to see more superhero movies that are horror centric. Or yes, I got you. I totally feel you there. Yeah. Yeah, the Batman felt a little horror-y too, you know, which is probably a big reason why I like it. That opening scene feels very Halloween in the best way possible. One of my favorite Paul Dano performances too, which is probably a hot take, but I don't know. I really like him as the Riddler. He fucking rocks. The more I watch that movie, the more I like the Riddler. I wasn't crazy about him the first time I watched it, but I'm like, okay, this fucks. Love the Batman. That movie kicked so much ass. Matt Reeves can do whatever he wants. Like, just give that guy $100 million. Let him do whatever the fuck he wants. Yeah, no, I really do like a lot of DC movies. I think that the DCEU doesn't always hit for me, but I'm excited to see what James Gunn does next. I've always been like, you know what's weird? I've always been a big fan of Superman, but I've never like lost my mind over those movies. You know, I know some people like that's their childhood, like they grew up with like Christopher Reeves and all that. I never really had that. Like I never really watched those as a kid, but I love Superman as a character though. I mean, he was born literally, like they literally created him in my fucking hometown. So like I have to be a Superman fan. They're filming Superman here currently, which is crazy. So I don't know. I'm very excited to see what James Gunn ends up doing with that. I would love to cover that too, but I don't think I don't think enough people would watch it on this page. I would love to cover it because I'm weirdly close to the production and I can't say how or why. I know some people, that's all I'm gonna say. And I think it's cool. I don't know. I'm so hyped. I'm very hyped to see what James Gunn ends up doing with that. And I think I've always preferred like DC characters over Marvel characters, but I don't know. I'm excited to see some more good DC movies, hopefully in the future. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. I love like Aquaman rocks. Wonder Woman is awesome. I actually really like the first Shazam too. There's a lot of good DC movies, man. So I don't know. We'll have to see what ends up coming in the future, and hopefully I can cover them. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, baby. Michael, thanks for the $5 though, man. I really appreciate your support. Raymond Lau, what's up, dog? What's up, Bart? How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for the support, man. And hi, Jake, loving the Terrifier videos. Dude, fuck yeah, man. Well, I'll have something this weekend. We do have a little bit of an update on Terrifier 3. We had a new video come out recently, which I've been wanting to talk about. So I'll be covering that, I think, tomorrow. Had some people in the chat earlier ask about that, so I think I'm going to cover that tomorrow morning. But yeah, dude, Raymond, thank you so much, man. Thanks for watching them. Really appreciate the support. The love on the Terrifier videos has been like next level. It's crazy. Like, I've had a few people who are like, "Oh, your Scream videos do really well," and I'm like, "Dude, the Terrifier videos though, they do crazy numbers. It's insane." So I'm very thankful for that. I don't know what I did in a past life to deserve all this fun, but Raymond, I'm so glad you dig them, man, and I'm hoping I can give you another crazy theory here tomorrow morning. So thank you. Thanks for the support, dude. Thanks for hopping in. Austin 530. What's up, Austin? Oh, it's been a minute since Austin was in the chat. Thanks for being here, dude. And thanks for the support. Yo, what's good, Jake? My lady and I just watched Immaculate. Wow, dude. I hope you enjoyed it, man. I loved that movie. Like, loved it. So good. It's my favorite horror film of the year so far. Personally, I had a blast with it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know what else I can say about it. Like, do not get this movie spoiled. Oh my God, go into it as blind as you possibly can. Because, fuck, what a movie. Kind of blew me away. Like, Immaculate, yeah, it really just, it sucked the soul out of my body. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Immaculate was so good. I gotta see it in the theaters again before it leaves. So, fuck yeah, man. I'm really glad you liked it. I'm glad that you and the lady liked it. Austin, thanks for dropping by, man. Thanks for the 5. It's nice seeing you too, man. It's been a minute. So thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate you. Luddy's throwing $2 in there as well. What's up, dog? How's it going? Speaking of hello again. Speaking of Superman, is Brightburn 2 happening? Yeah, but I'm kind of not excited for it. Listen, with Late Night with the Devil, they used an AI image for literally a handful of times in that movie. And they also did that before like AI was like such a big controversial thing in film, you know, before it was like threatening to take jobs away. So like I kind of excused that movie for that. And like I was like, okay, I overreacted a little bit to that. But Brightburn 2 like gets announced like and they're just like, yeah, we're going to use AI to make it. And I'm just like, I don't know about that. So it is happening, but personally, I'm not supporting it. So it is happening. Like I said, it's happening, but they're making it with AI. I don't know. I'm just not. I can't get behind that, man. I think that sucks. I mean, we literally just had a strike about this. You know what I mean? Like that blows in my opinion. So I have so many friends in the industry too that like this would literally take their jobs away if more companies were to accept that. And I just think that sucks. We have to stand up against AI. We got to say no. We can't use that even in the slightest regard. Like I said, Late Night with the Devil is a very, very, very small exception. But moving forward, 2023 onward, you know, we gotta not support movies that use AI. So I probably won't be supporting it, and it sucks because I really liked Brightburn and I would love to see a sequel, but I can't imagine it would be good using AI. So Luddy, thanks for the $2 though, man. I really appreciate it, and I wish that movie. I wish I could watch it. I wish I could watch it and want to check it out, but just with all that information, it's just like, ugh. I don't know. Makes me sad. Wayne, I appreciate that, dog. Jake's not too far from 25,000 subs. We're getting there. Yeah, we hit 23,500, which I am. I count every 100 every time I get a new subscriber. I'm like, hell yeah, dog. One step closer. Listen, I just want that silver play button. That's all I care about. If I can just get that silver play button, that's all I care about. That'd be so cool. That would be so awesome. I've been doing YouTube for like 10 years now too. So like that's something you guys probably don't know. I've been trying to make a YouTube channel work, and this is the first one that really hit. And I'm thrilled. Like I can't believe it. I can't believe I've been doing this for as long as I have been. Like it's amazing. It's been so much fun. I would just love to do that, just to make that happen in my lifetime. Look, if it takes another 10 years or so, whatever, so be it. I just would love to have that. It would be fun. It would be a really cool achievement. That'd be fun. So thanks for supporting the page, guys. Really does mean a lot to me. This has been, I was just telling my father today that Me and him are working on special effects for this short film we're doing, and like that short film wouldn't be possible without you guys, without the members here, without people supporting the page and all that. And it's like I'm like, dude, I can't even believe like the last 5 years have been insane. It's been nuts. So thank you all again for your support. I don't say it enough, frankly. And speaking of thank yous, Michael, thank you for the $5 again, man. Appreciate you. I don't know if I asked you, Jake, have you read Dark Horse Comics and Image Comics? Also, which do you prefer more? Dude, I never really got into comic books. I don't know. Like recently I did. And what is it? So I did read the Walking Dead comic books a little bit, and just because I was just feeling it. I love zombies. I think zombies are awesome. And then I also read Watchmen, which the Watchmen comic is like genuinely one of my favorite things I've ever fucking read. Like if you guys have only seen the Zack Snyder movie, which is great, don't get me wrong, the movie's great, but read that comic. It is so good, so fantastic. But I guess I don't know too much about comics. You know, I guess I'm not really the biggest expert on all that. I have gotten into superheroes a little more here and there. I really like some of the weirder ones like Moon Knight, and not the TV show, because that's not the same thing. The comic book Moon Knight I think is so fucking cool. Like comic book Moon Knight is so fucking interesting to me, but they kind of took it down a different direction in the TV show. But that is sick to me. I've had a buddy like kind of lend me some of those comics, and he's like, dude, read some of these. These are so cool. And I'm like, this is sick, man. This is a really cool idea for a character. So, little controversial, and I think that's why they changed it for the Marvel show. I think that's why some people might not be able to get into it, but I think it's a great idea. I was like, this is a genuinely really cool idea. So, I guess I'm just not as familiar with some of their stuff, so I wouldn't feel as confident speaking about it. I'm a real stickler for that. You know, I think so many people will talk about things online and not be experts, you know? And I think that sucks. I started this page after an entire year of binging horror movies, studying horror movies, and all that. And it's like, you know, I feel like in a way I kind of worked towards that. I worked towards that title of being able to talk about horror movies and all that. And I'm slowly getting a little more into superheroes to a point where I'm confident about talking about them, but I don't know. I got a weird thing about that, I guess. But Michael, thank you for the $5, man. And I do want to get a little more into comics and superheroes in general, man. I honestly, I'm feeling the fatigue with the Marvel movies, but I think there is a lot of great superhero media even still today. So I would like I said, I'm very excited for whatever James Gunn does with Superman. I don't know. So much good stuff is on the way, dude. And Mr. Movie Madness, 100% I'm excited for the Batman Part 2. Oh, fuck yeah. It just got delayed to like 2026 or something, right? That sucks, but I am excited for it for sure. And Austin has just become a member again. Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah, I'm back, baby. Fucking love it. Austin, thanks for the support, man. Really appreciate you, dude. It's nice seeing you again. It's been a minute since you've been on the page, and I'm so thrilled that you enjoyed Immaculate, man. I'm really hyped about that. Thanks for the support, man. I really appreciate you. Thanks for being here. And you're throwing out Red Right Hand as well. So yeah, Austin, you haven't been here, so I'll get you updated. I'm working on a brand new short film. It is an original. It does not have any connections to IPs at all. And it's a slasher. That's all I'll say. That's all I'm going to say about it for right now. But Austin, you did just become a member. So you are able to actually hear a little more about it with some of the update videos I've been doing for members only. So check some of that out. You can hear about what my crazy weird idea is. So give those a watch. Go give it a look-see, as they may say. I have 2 little update videos about it, and next week I'm going to have another one. I have a very big update for you guys, which is something really exciting. So some good stuff coming. Austin, thank you again for being a member, man. I really appreciate that. Luddy Network is saying, Michael Parton, sir, it seems we are in a bidding war. Jake, Cult of Ghostface has to show up at some point. Yeah, you and Michael have just been going back and forth for the last like 20 minutes or so. It's very funny. I really appreciate the support, guys. Thank you. Really appreciate that. And in terms of the Cult of Ghostface, I'm actually very down for that. I think they've kind of set that up in a weird sort of way with Scream 6. And if 7 is going to be some kind of extension of that, but with brand new characters, I think they can still play off of that. I really think they can. The whole idea of like ghost faces all being connected online is fucking awesome to me. Like honestly, my favorite idea that came from Screams 5 and 6 is that. Like I love the idea of they're all fucking on Reddit together being a bunch of greasy losers talking about wanting to stab their friends or something. It's like, oh my God. What the fuck? So that rocks to me. I would love to see that show up in Scream 7. That would just be such a great I don't know. That would just be such a great motive to do something different and not just an angry, disgruntled family member. So I'm here for it, man. I'm very down for Cult of Ghostface. It would be something new. It would be something fresh, something that they haven't done before. So run it back, Luddy. Thanks for the $5. Really appreciate you. And Garrett, I really appreciate that, man. Definitely check out the whole film, Red Right Hand. Personally, I'm more hyped for Jake's new movie because it's original. Yeah, you know, with... I'm not gonna lie, like I hate my own movie. I'm gonna be so real. Like Red Right Hand we did for $5,000 and its biggest flaws are when we're trying to be a Scream movie. I'm just gonna be so real. Like I personally, it's like a 6 out of 10 for me. It's fine. It's a fine movie. It's just very clearly low budget. I wish we could have done more. I wish we had like $100,000 opposed to 5,000. But we did what we could with the money we had, and I thought it ended up being something fun. It's a fun slasher at the very least. Even if, you know, everything's not perfect, but we had so much fun making it, man. It was such a blast. It made 2022 like just a crazy fun year. So I don't know. I really had a good time making it, but I'm very excited to do an original thing. Like the script for this new thing is way tighter, and I'm very excited. You might also not see it on YouTube. You might see it somewhere else. So I can't say any more than that, but you'll see soon. So I'm very excited for you guys to see kind of what's really my first original kind of thing. So it's coming soon. Haunting You, throwing $10 out there. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. You're getting your film made next month. Very exciting, man. It'll be at Spooky Empire. Not sure if it'll be this October, but I'll try. Okay, keep me updated. Also, Chandler Riggs is in a Spider-Man horror movie. The trailer dropped a bit ago. Haunting You, you're just gonna drop these two super fucking cool things on me? Oh my God, shit. Haunting You, listen, hit me up, man, because you're always in these streams, you're always hanging out, and you know, we have a connection now. I sent you a Scream 6 4K Steelbook, dog. So we're friends now. Keep me updated on this movie. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to hear more about this. And also Chandler Riggs is doing stuff still. That's awesome. That's good for him. I feel like I haven't heard anything about him since he left The Walking Dead. So this is exciting. This is very exciting. Spider-Man horror movie. That is so cool. Like I have always thought the body horror of Spider-Man was always underutilized, which is of course my crazy horror obsessed brain thinking these things. But hell yeah, dog. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into this Chandler Riggs Spider-Man horror movie. Fuck yeah, dude. Thanks for the $10, man. I'll have to check out this trailer right after this stream. And Austin, thank you so much, man. Just showing some love. Hey man, you just got to show some love sometime. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for the love, Austin. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight too, man. Really appreciate you. Thanks for being a member and all that. It's awesome. And Chrissy, I don't even disagree. Red Right Hand looks terrible from a production standpoint. If you just watch the opening scene, that's why. Watch the rest of it. I promise you, there is some really good cinematography in there at certain points. But I'll still watch it. It has good ideas and reminds me of Night of the Zodiac. Yeah, I mean, you know, check it out if you want. I think the back half of it is way stronger than the first half. I will say that. And I'm just being so fucking real. Like it's my own movie, but I know it's not. It's nowhere near 10 out of 10. Mind you, we made it for $5,000. My friends are the actors in it. I think with all that considered, I think we did a pretty good job. I think if we had more money, we could have made something way better. But the fact that it's, the first feature film I ever made, I'm like, okay, that's not bad for the first thing I ever made. So I'll take it. Like I said, the back half I think is the strongest part of the whole movie. So Denisha Lane throwing $5 out there. Thank you, Denisha. Can you block Damian Knox because it's a new account? It was Karen. I'm allowed to block. Oh, you're not allowed to block? Yeah, I'll block him. Yeah, I mean, like, don't fuck with the mods, guys. Come on now. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I got you, Denisha. You didn't have to put $5 in there, by the way, to say that. I really do appreciate you throwing that out there, though. Thank you. Thanks for the support. But be nice to Denisha. everybody. Be nice. Denisha's doing the Lord's work out here. Keeping the chat sane. So thank you, Denisha. Appreciate you. Thanks for the $5 too. You didn't have to do that, but it means a lot. Luddy Network's throwing $10 out there. Thank you again, Luddy. Saying, I hate being negative about Scream because I wouldn't be the same without it. I agree. But does it not bother you that Sydney is in the movie? I love her, but we know she's safe, not scary. Just being honest. You know, I have a really weird opinion about this, Luddy. I think I actually, like, because I hear you. I hear you, and I totally understand that. Because, yeah, she's safe. I mean, we have heard Neve Campbell say multiple times that she will not do a Scream movie if Sydney dies. So we know Sydney's not going to die. But I think the exciting part about Sydney being back is her being a mother. Like, I genuinely think that is going to add some, like, a whole new level of excitement to it that could actually make this one of the better Sydney installments of the whole franchise if they do it right, with a big fucking asterisk next to that last part, if they do it right. What could be scary about it is the idea that, you know, her kids are in danger. And like, it's not so much, we're not so much scared for Sydney's survival. We're more scared of if her kids die, if her happy ending is sacrificed. That to me could be cool. That could be scary. We could flip that in a way. We could flip that in a way that would work and would be really fun, really scary. But I do agree it's going to be a tough thing to do. It's not going to be an easy obstacle to move around, for sure. Because we got to make it, we have to work really hard to make this one scary. I would actually argue we have to work extra hard on this one to make it scary. It's Scream 7. I mean, no matter what, it is going to be a tough thing to make scary with being the 7th installment in any franchise. But no, I hear you. I feel you 100%. I honestly kind of was so excited about Scream 5 because they were focusing on new characters. And, you know, I say that and people are like, oh, you just hate Sydney. No, I love the legacy characters, man. That's what makes Scream so great. But I think at some point you do got to pass that torch. You do got to focus on new characters. And I thought that's a big reason why I think Screams 5 and 6 work so well for me. It feels fresh with the character stories again, which is nice. And I think, like, even though like Scream 4 is still like my favorite sequel, I will admit there is a little bit of like lethargicness, if that's a word. Feels a little lethargic with the writing around Sidney Prescott. It's like, really? We're writing in more family members and one of them is of course Ghostface. It's like, okay. It's still a great twist, but that element to it I've never been the biggest fan of. So I feel like, trust me, I hear you, Luddy. 100% I hear you, but I think they can do it right. I think. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Luddy, thanks for the $10 though, man. I really appreciate it. I really hope they end Sydney's story here. Like, I think there is genuinely one more good Sydney story to tell about her being a mother, her being a family, defending her family. But I think that's it. I think that might be it for Sidney Prescott, which is sad for me to say, but every good story has to come to an end at some point. And many would argue that Sydney's story ended a long time ago. So let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up with something that's good, hopefully. Fingers crossed, man. I am still excited for Scream 7 regardless, man. I mean, listen, even if it sucks, like, there's going to be a lot to talk about. there's going to be so much to talk about regarding Scream 7. So, and Wayne Turner is hitting on what my next video is going to be regarding Scream. I have a whole video written about the Scream 7 opening kill, and I just like realized something huge about the opening kill for Scream 7, which I don't want to say yet because it's kind of the whole linchpin of my video, but they have a big problem. Scream 7 has got to do something very specific with its opening kill, or the whole movie might fall flat. That's all I'm going to say. I'll keep you in suspense for now, but at some point I am going to make that video. I don't know when, but it's written. Your boy wrote it. The script is out there, but I just got to film it. I got to make it happen. But I'm probably going to be wrapping up the stream here. But what I will say is I got a Terrifier 3 video going up tomorrow, talking about that video we were talking about earlier. If I can find it still, because I got to make sure that's in my messages. If someone has it, please send it to me. I want to talk about that tomorrow because, like, you know, really feeling Terrifier 3 right now. Very excited for that. And then I also want to do the Scream video talking about the opening scene, like what some problems I already have with the film that I just realized. I'm like, oh wow, that's a big glaring issue. Who the fuck are they gonna kill? That's all I'll say. But check out those videos. They're coming up, I promise, sometime soon. Jake is going to be a little slower with the releases, so you guys might see more streams than videos lately because we are gearing up to film a little short film. So Jake's going to be busy, just kind of summing up all the stuff that I talked about in the stream. But yeah, so you'll probably see more streams than videos. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. You know, I don't know. You guys decide, but here, that's what we'll be doing for the rest of the month pretty much. So a couple more videos coming your way next week though. Very excited for them. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Really appreciate it. I hope you all have a very fun weekend. I don't think I'll be doing too much else this weekend besides that one little Terrifier video. You'll probably see the Scream video in the week, but I'll stop talking. Sorry about the Midwest goodbye. I will also be on Splattercast tonight. I don't know if they're going live or not, but I'm filming something with them tonight. We're talking about the first Omen, so go over there. Go say hi to my friends at Splattercast. Go check that out. Go give them a watch tonight. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight, as always. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out!